So here is our 1 tablespoon of softened melted butter and our 30 popcorn kernels or particles. And right now it's a liquid. We're going to see what state it becomes when we put it in the freezer. See you in a few minutes. Bye. Okay guys, so some time has passed since it's been in the freezer. Let's take it over and examine what has happened. So definitely a solid, man. It's not moving. It went through freezing. Yep. And we know that it went through freezing because the once freely moving particles are now stuck together. And they now have a very strong attraction. So now the solid is on the aluminum foil. So now we have our kernels and our butter, our particles ready to pop on the burner, which is on low. And we're just going to see what happens and what change of state it's going to go through. So I don't know if you can see, but it's melting a bit in the corners and on the bottom. It wasn't doing anything at first because the stove was warming up. Now we're seeing some action, and it's becoming a liquid, so the attraction between the particles is weakening. Okay, so now we can actually hear it sizzling. It is almost completely a liquid, and we are waiting for the next change of state of matter. Phase change. Popcorn. Now you see it's bubbling, and it is still a liquid. We're on minute 4. We just turn the heat up to get some action going. Yep. Now it's cooking. We can see it moving. Any second. Here goes nothing. I'm feeling it. Any second, something's gonna pop, and then we're gonna have a state change, and the butter's gonna turn into a gas, and the liquid has a definite volume because it's conforming to the shape of the container. The heat is energizing the particles, making them bounce off of each other. And until the popcorn kernels change into popcorn, the attraction is getting stronger. Okay, they're popping. There they go. Woo! That's vaporization. Oh my god. The butter is becoming, oh my god, got on me. A gas. There they are. All the popcorn.
Well, you could get me in that video.
And we're turning it off because
the experiment has ended.
Yep. So we're going to go over our data. So the first minute, nothing really happened because it was just heating up. The second minute, the butter started to melt, so it became a liquid from the solid. The third minute,
it began to sizzle, and
it's almost a liquid.
Okay, just do the whole thing. Liquid. Then we turned the heat up and unfolded the foil because I messed it up the first time. And then that's when, around minute 4.5 to 5 minutes, the popcorn began to pop.
And the liquid butter became gas and went in with the popcorn. And now there is barely any attraction between the particles.
Because they're all over the oven top.
And the butter became a gas. So during the phase change represented by the kernels popping, did attractions between kernels, increase or decrease? How do you know?
The attraction decreased as they popped because the butter became a gas as they moved away from each other in the pan.
Good. What did the kernel represent?
The kernel represented the substance's particles, while the butter represents the bond and attraction between particles.
And what happened to kinetic energy of particles as the mixture underwent a phase change?
During the experiment and phase changes, the overall kinetic energy increased because the gases, the final state of the butter and popcorn mixture, possess the most energy.